I spot Amanda's door half open and see her curled up at the mouth of the blankets. I walk over to the bed. I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda? I'll get up. In a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her head in the blanket to wave me away. Leave myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. You hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. I still rubbing our eyes. We walk outside to see Brian. He decks out fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's good to die. It's a good day to die. Hop in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. Walk over to the driver's side, door and open it. Woof woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let dry gator sit. Max immediately hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to him. Maxwell and Daisy immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we heading? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I'm digging a hole here. I stare out to the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway into the dirt road. The car bumps along and the clearing opens a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. I step out of the car and help Brian unload gear as well as Maxwell runs around barking. Kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes in the cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great. Still in one piece. Hold on. Help me out with Maxwell. Help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Woof woof. All right, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Suit yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want to fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks in the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to skip them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore in the woods and look for bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life vest around himself, and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out in front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together, and we get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, I know. That's pretty common fisherman knowledge, after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm going to catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that, let's say. If I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whackmaster 2000? That's limited edition. But if you win, you get my pole saw, the Reaching Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit! The Reaching Cut 3000 is state of the art, my Weed Whacker's prized possession. But there are those hard to reach branches in the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. Watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff that I can't follow with his fishing pole. He casts it into the lake. Oh boy. Now I have to do that. I stare down at my tackle box and the pack of my holding. Oh boy. This is where we do some shit. See you guys in a bit.